Front yard was a big oak tree. They changed the road and took out the oak tree. So this is not the original road. The road was either further over because that big oak tree was, they took it out. And here's a picture of the oak tree. It was in the front yard. And there's the wagon. And they put all the grandchildren. You can keep that picture if you want it.
I appreciate it.
That's your dad, the first one, see?
Yeah. Yeah, that looks like him.
Yeah. But that it was taken right here on this hill under a big oak tree that used to be there.
Go ahead, Dad. I'm listening.
Anyway, I want to show you the layout here. It's not, can you see from there?
Mm-hmm.
Robert? Here's the old Spanish Bluff Road. And here was the big oak tree with a wagon under it. So what they've done, they moved this road over, they took out this oak and they moved the road over here. That's where we are now, see? Then the house set right here. And let me explain the house to you. It had some steps going into it, and then it had the porch went all the way across the front. And Grandpa would come in from work and had a dog run. See, this goes all the way through. You stand here and you'd look all the way through here. It's called dog run. And the wind would move through here and give a little cooling. And he'd come in from work, just be sweated down, and he'd turn a chair upside down and put a pillow on it, and he'd lie there in this area and get a little air movement for himself. Then as you came in, this first door on the right here is a bedroom. Now your dad and I slept in a feather bed in that room one night and listened to, the roof was tin, and we listened to the rain on the roof. This next room was a storeroom. I just remember trunks being in it. This room across the hall, this one door here going into it, this is the living room. The fireplace was against this wall. And there was a real strong smell of snuff. Grandpa Mass did not use tobacco, but Grandma would dip snuff. And then they would spit in the fire. I think maybe there were beds in here. Maybe there was a bed in this room and a bed in this room, so you only had 2 bedrooms. This is a storeroom. Then you came through this door into the kitchen was the largest room in the house. And right here was a table, a long table, and on each side was a bench. And the benches were worn smooth by the children sliding in and out year after year, meal after meal that was served there. Back over here against this wall was the stove. And then there was a door here in the kitchen. You opened it and the well was right here. The well was on this long, all of this is covered porch, and the well was right there. And Grandma could just step right through there and get water to do her work with. You stepped out back, there was an outhouse back over here, and a chicken house, and a smokehouse out here in this area. Then down here was the pig pen. I went down there with Papa, and he shot a hog that weighed right at 500 pounds. And they spent the day, they moved the crate up here, and they spent the day up here cutting and cleaning that hog carcass. And they ate that meat all through the winter. Across the road, the Spanish Bluff Road, the barn was over here. This is where he kept the dried corn. And I helped him shell corn there to feed the hogs. And over here in this field, he kept cattle and the mule. And you can see the problem. If you want to go to town, you got to go over here and get the mule. You got to come over here and hook him up to the wagon, which is under this tree. There's the wagon right there under this tree. And that's the layout. This is the house your father came to, Robbie. And he and I slept in this room, as I said, and listened to the rain on the tin roof.
That is crazy.
You got the picture?
Oh yeah, I've got video of all that.
Okay. Now that, right up here, if we could get out, you could see where the well was. There's a